Here it comes, my review for Daredevil issue number 23. Hey guys, it's 604 Comics. Daredevil issue number 22 was the very first Daredevil comic I ever read. Based off of that and the strength of that issue, I enjoyed it so much I decided to add this series to my pull list. Issue number 23 continues my enjoyment of the Daredevil series. First off, I want to talk about Chris Samnee's art. I think it's really good for this series. I think it's a perfect fit. It complements the writing that Mark Waid's doing for Daredevil. I'm just quickly flipping through it so you can see some of the art in this series. Might be something that appeals to you guys if you aren't reading Daredevil. But I really enjoyed it. But let's get back to the beginning of the title and let me talk about it a bit. So, like I said, Daredevil issue number 22 was the very first book I read with Daredevil. I'm not really sure about the history between Matt Murdock and his law firm partner Foggy Nelson, but I guess Foggy knows that Matt Murdock is Daredevil. Actually, I think everybody knows Daredevil is Daredevil because in 22 everyone was just talking to Matt Murdock on the street, calling him by his name Daredevil. So I don't think that's a secret, but anyways, it starts off in this issue. It looks like someone's trying to recreate the events that created or changed Matt Murdock into Daredevil. It looks sort of like a flashback scene to how Daredevil became Daredevil, but when we continue to read, we see that someone is recreating that event and I guess trying to create another Daredevil. But based on the circumstances at the time of the original event, they're unable to replicate what happened to Matt Murdock, and they've got I guess 20 he's number 22, and then there's a bunch of other prisoners. Here's number 23. I guess they've gone through 23 different versions. None of them have been able to replicate the skills and the abilities that Matt Murdock was able to get when he was splashed with acid. So that is how this issue begins. Next we see that Matt Murdock is flying around with his buddy Foggy Nelson. I guess this is his bucket list, things that he wants to do, because at the end of issue number 22, Foggy Nelson reveals that he has cancer. So I guess the first third of this issue is just a buddy-buddy scene with Matt and Foggy. Then we see that whoever was trying to recreate and create another Daredevil, it has released all these inmates that are failed versions, and I guess they've pretty much gone crazy because all their senses have been overloaded and Daredevil is coming in to save the day. Then after I guess he saves the day, he goes with his buddy Foggy to go see the doctor, and apparently we know that he has cancer, but it looks like there's something really bad because we have the doctor scene and I guess someone's heartbeat's going crazy. It's not Foggy's, it's the doctor's, and when the doctor is really nervous and he's got a really fast heartbeat, you know that's a bad thing. And then that's kind of how the issue ends with this scene. So again, I really liked issue number 23. It looks like it's starting to build into a really big story, a really big event for Daredevil, because he feels this premonition, something that's happening. There's someone coming for him, and it feels like there's going to be something big happening in the Daredevil world. So I'm looking forward to that. I really love the cover. This cover is pretty awesome. If you're picking up this book today, make sure you go and try to find one of these posters. They're giving these posters out. So, yeah. A nice fold-out poster. You got Daredevil 23 here, and then on the back is just Alpha. So I snagged one of those, throw it in the back of the comic, and that's just a little keepsake. So that's something to digress from the review of this comic, but I really enjoyed it. I'm going to give this issue, I'm going to give it a 3.5. It wasn't as good as number 22. I thought 22 was really good. And this one I'm going to give a 3.5 out of 5 because it's starting to get into a big story. I feel it, but this issue isn't quite there yet. So that's my review for Daredevil number 23. Really solid issue. It's only $3, guys. Go check it out and pick it up and give it a try. Thanks for watching 604 Comics. See you guys on the next review.